Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. The Best Loser here once again, and today is Tuesday the 17th of February 2026, and it's time for another video on the trade of the day. Okay, this is actually a trade that I took earlier today in British pound, some Japanese yen, all right, off of the 50 minutes time frame. All right, so I'm going to be walking you guys through this trade. As you guys know, earlier actually I called this trade on the Discord channel in real time. Let me go find it. Where is it? Yeah, as you can see here, this is the trade. I called it earlier. You can see 6:16 a.m. earlier today. Just so GJ entry, stop loss, and take profits. So I just wanted to kind of walk you guys through this trade. Like I told you guys, I'll try as much as possible to ensure that, at least I'm explaining to you guys the rationale behind the trades that I have taken. So, that's exactly what I want to do in this particular video, all right? So, well, why did I take this trade? Well, as you guys can see, let me just go back to the economical calendar, okay? You see that earlier today, if I scroll down, today being Tuesday at 2 a.m. Eastern, all right, you can see we had the claimant count charge, okay, and the average earnings index being released at 2 a.m. Eastern time, and both of them were really, negative for the British pounds, okay, as you can see here. So, well, that also reflected on the chart. You can see that this quick push to the downside that we had at 2 a.m. Eastern, all right, was actually a reaction of that particular news release. And well, you can see that that particular news, if we come out here, led to the break of all these levels of structure that we had in here, okay, even these ones that we have in here as well. So you can see the markets come down here, hesitated around this level of structure, and then upon the release of that news, we got that quick spike to the downside that not only took off all these levels, but also took off these levels as well. So in my own opinion, this became a supply zone of interest, okay, and what I was waiting for is to see if the markets would give me a pullback into the supply zone for me to start searching for short opportunities, okay, off of that particular supply zone. And well, as you can see here, you notice that well, the market did give us that particular will I say retracement back, okay, right around almost 6 a.m. in the morning. And then I actually was paying attention closely to this particular market as price gave us that push into this particular supply zone. Obviously I started zooming into the smaller time frames. In this case, I think minute one was what I zoomed into, and you notice that well, there is actually a swinging pattern in this particular chart, okay. Obviously the markets gave us this quick will I say push off to the upside, okay, obviously taking off this level of structure, creating this particular demand zone, and you can see the markets tapped into this particular demand zone, and then from here we got this break of structure, taking off this level of structure, creating this demand zone, all right. And you can see this is actually now the move that took price into this particular supply zone of interest, right? So everything was moving as anticipated. Obviously the markets gave us this nice swinging pattern in here, and then a final push to the upside deeper into this particular supply zone area. So for me personally, when I saw this price pattern, what I was looking for was for price to now start reversing from right around the supply zone. And well, key levels in here for me were obviously this particular demand zone that we have around here, and obviously this level of structure. So I wanted to see this markets give me a reversal, okay, and start trading below this particular level of this particular demand zone that we have in here in the minute one time frame, okay. And well, that would be a signal for me that this market is now about to start reversing, all right. I just want you to understand the thought process here, because again, if the market was scoring higher highs, okay, as you can see here, scoring higher highs on the way to the upside into this particular supply zone, then what I want to see is for the markets to start forming lower highs and lower lows, okay, because that would now be an indication that the market is now at least turning around, okay, that the sellers are now gaining grounds in this particular markets. And you notice that well, this is that demand zone of interest, this is the level of structure of interest for me, and well, the markets right around this particular candle, let me clean up my charts, let me zoom in 1 second. So right around let me see, okay, right around this particular candle right here, okay, this right here, this candle over here was the candle that actually gave us the break below this level of structure, and this candle right here, in my opinion, it is actually almost like a signal that the bears are coming into this market now, and you know, chances are we are now going to most likely you know, get to the downside, at least towards the previous swing low. And well, just for you to see, also the market is now forming lower highs and lower lows with that particular push. Okay, so obviously we are now, you know, turning around in this particular market, taking off this particular demand zone. Like I told you guys, if you pay attention here, you see that, well, as price came down to the top of this demand zone, the market almost tapped right here and gave us that reaction to the upside. And even deeper in here, the bulls attempted to come back in here. You see this bullish candle? That was an attempt by the bulls to bounce off of this particular demand that we had in here before the sellers came in and, you know, started pushing things again to the downside till we closed below this particular level of structure right here. Okay, so this, in my opinion, was green light to start going short in this particular market. And well, obviously this is the smaller time frame. Just I looked at the markets, paid attention to the price action, and I think somewhere around here, I just wanted to make sure that I was getting in below this 208 institutional price level, because again, the markets could have easily, you know, gotten here and bounced off of this particular institutional price level, this round number, this 208 number, and I just wanted to make sure that this markets you know, kind of started trading below that 208 institutional level. Okay, so that's the reason why I didn't really go shorts right here, and I waited for the markets to kind of give me this pattern. And right now, right around here, you can see we are now trading below this particular 208 institutional price level. Markets forming lower highs and lower lows in the process. So this was where I went short in these markets, and my stop loss was obviously a couple of pips above this level, and my take profits in this case obviously was also a couple of pips before hitting the previous swing low. Okay, as you guys know, I like to take my profits before the market hits the previous swing low. And well, this was well, a very nice trade. Got in pretty stress-free in my opinion, and the markets just continued to you know, plummet. And from there, I was able to get a nice 2-to-1 risk to reward trade. Okay, so that's pretty much the trade that I took today. Okay, I know I've not really traded in almost 2 weeks now, like I told you guys, which is the reason why I have not been making these videos, because again, if I'm not taking any trades, there is no video to be made, right? At least for the trade of the day video. So this is the reason why I went. First of all, actually, I think about 2-3 weeks ago, I was quite sick. Okay, I almost lost my voice, and obviously if I made a video, then it's gonna require a lot of editing because there will be a lot of coughing in there, and also my voice is gonna be you're gonna find it very hard to even hear me. Okay, I almost couldn't hear myself for more than a week. And then secondly, the upper week, I was very busy at work. Okay, I have a full-time job, so I was very busy at work, and that's the reason why I almost didn't even have the time to look at my charts. Okay, but well, now I have some time, obviously, and that's the reason why I started looking at my charts again. And as you can see, this is the explanation. Again, very simple. You can see there was a clear supply zone that we had in here. All right, the markets, the news came out 2 a.m. Eastern, and you can see how the markets shot to the downside. And obviously what that meant is that, well, there were probably some orders that were not filled in, you know, upon this particular push to the downside. So those orders are the ones that this market's kind of pulled back, and then from there you can see the bears came back into these particular markets again. All right, so well, that's pretty much it. Again, this was a nice 2-to-1 trade, and I just if you have any questions, anything you want to understand, you guys already know how I trade. I trade off of our demand and supply zones. All right, and well, I just wait for the markets to retest the in this case the supply zone, and then when the market starts to shift in its character, pretty much a change of character, I wait for the markets to change character, and then from there I click on I look for opportunities to go short if the risk reward for that particular trade is favorable. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you gain some value from this particular video, and if you did, please do not forget to like and subscribe. And also before I forget, feel free, I have a Discord channel. As you guys can see, this is where I am posting my live trades that I have taken. Okay, and well, I also have a section where people can actually come in and you know, share their own thoughts, their own comments, and so on and so forth. So feel free to join the community. It's growing. All right, and for those of you who are already here, also feel free to interact in the channel. Okay, all right, so that's pretty much it for this particular video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye bye.